Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take another look here at Aave, see kind of what's going on, of course, help understand best practice and big picture, and just help you become a better trader. I've been trading for a very long time and I love teaching people how to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. And if you want to become a better trader, I've got a trading academy, community, and signal group that I send out for every single trade that takes so you can learn how to structure your trades effectively or one-click follow. Taking a look here though at Aave, here's kind of what's going on big picture, 1 day time frame. It's looking better today, of course, than yesterday. Nice little recovery, but we can see that there was some struggling, of course, that happened yesterday based on the simple fact that Bitcoin sold off by like 6% in just a few hours, right? It wasn't very long, unfortunately, and it kind of got hit hard with all those gains we saw on Monday. That being said, we can see Aave's holding pretty strong at this price point here, and the price was unwilling to go any lower than $154 in the last 3 days. Okay, so that's a very good sign here, and of course, today being a green day, we can see that's a good consideration. Also, before we continue, thank you, Michael, one of my community members, for requesting that I cover this. I greatly appreciate that, and thanks again for your support. Taking a look here though at Aave, big picture. Hey, let's go ahead and start with the simple moving averages. Now we're getting rejected out tentatively on the 50-day SMA. You can see the last 3 days also getting rejected there too. So that's disadvantageous because it was working as a support level for some time. That could effectively continue to hold the price action lower. Okay, we could also see 250 on the RSI working as a resistance level. That's concurrent in a lot of cases with the moving averages. So a lot of times you'll see that happen, whereas getting rejected twice essentially by that and the fact that 50 on the RSI is working as a resistance. So until we were back up above that on the daily, I wouldn't have super confidence here in the fact that Aave's back on track. That would probably be a key indicator, is to get a close above, just say 174 as a round number, maybe 175 or higher would be good. So we can definitively be above both the 50 on the RSI and the 50 on the moving average. But keep in mind, we want to have days of consistency, not just 1 day. So truth be told, one day close above that wouldn't necessarily be like the catalyst that you should be looking for. Right? It should be consistency above that to continue to retain that. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of something to pay attention to. Look at the 4 hour. We can see on the 4 hour time frame we're getting rejected by the moving average here. And that is essentially something that's very interesting in a lot of ways. Kind of, I wouldn't say it's a phenomenon, but you oftentimes see like the 200 on the daily and the 50 on the 4 hour getting rejected concurrently. They kind of flip places here, but the bottom line is that 50-day SMA is working as a resistance here on the 4 hour as well, but we did get a bounce to the upside potentially off of RSI on the 50 to continue higher. So the likelihood of the price continuing higher here is greater now that we've passed this key level resistance, which is synonymous with the Fibonacci retracement level of 170. So 170 should be the new bottom or for the immediate future. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't do another one of these, we should be in good shape. Keep in mind, Bitcoin has potential to do another one of those though. So just understand that. Watch my other Bitcoin video. We have basically a bear flag pattern that has kind of come to full fruition or starting to occur, if you will. It broke down, and it's important to acknowledge the fact that that's a possibility. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to, the sky is not falling, but Aave is doing well contrary to how poorly Bitcoin is doing in the last 24 hours. And that to me is a positive. Okay, not a lot of coins you could say that right now about. Okay, that's a good sign. So again, 4 hour looks, I would say, more like kind of in between 50-50, honestly, just based on the fact that we got some conflicting information, but I would say slightly more positive if you were to kind of look at it that way. And then if we look at the 1 hour, we can also identify here as well. Let's see if we're above the cloud. We are, and look how cool this is. It comes up above the cloud, comes back down and tests the cloud, tests the lower lead and stays above. That's fantastic. That happens quite often, and that's what I love about the cloud. It gives you a lot of different options within to kind of see where you're at and to understand if you're on the right side of the tracks. For right now, a close above the cloud is a very important thing. So once again, a close here today about 175 or higher would be fantastic. That'd be really, really good sign here. So what the data is telling us here is that the 1 hour is looking like a nice transition, a nice smooth transition to the upside. And it's maintaining its price point presently, regardless of how Bitcoin sold off in the initial couple of hours of trading today. That being said, the 4 hour doesn't look fantastic, and the daily also doesn't look phenomenal, but those will get better as the 1 hour continues to make higher highs and higher lows. So we want to pay attention to higher lows and ensure these continue to happen, and obviously make sure we're making higher highs as well and staying above the cloud too. Those are all things I feel that should kind of add up to a much better scenario here in the near future. But for now, at this point, we have a bullish engulfing candle, which is a very big deal. Once again, a close today about 175 or higher, or even 170 or higher would be perfect. But I prefer to see 175 just so we can continue to affirm those higher highs and higher lows and get, close above those moving averages on the 4 hour. More even specifically, the moving average here at the 50. We want to be up over 50 in the RSI and the SMA on the daily to have any confidence in the direction upwards. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But all in all, looking very good here. Again, Aave at this price point is pretty darn good when you consider big picture and what its potential is. It has tremendous potential to be much higher price point than it is now. And I think we're likely to see that continue. Once again, we'll be on track here soon. Let's get a couple of candlestick closes first and see what's going on from there. All right, we'll cover this again here later. I do thank you so much for joining me here. I hope that you did learn something here today, of course. If you do, comment below. If you want to become a better trader, of course, I've got a trading community, academy, and signal group. Link in the description below, CryptoCache.tech. I look forward to seeing you. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time.